Alright, we're back. So I'm going to show a little bit of shop updates I've done around here. So people don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, lights on. Alright, I guess I've been doing this head, so put the tools away. So I've been organizing stuff to get it where I can get more area to work with and make my house wider and clear my workbenches off. So you do that by rearranging things. So, and I find more things, which means you got more crap to put someplace. See, every little corner is a spot for place for stuff. See back in there. So this area got all cleaned up here. I got access to my studs now for working on my milling machine here for holding stuff down. These are all my hold down clamps. They were all buried in the back. These shelves up here that are now empty used to be full of stuff, and a lot of stuff that's down here is now up on the empty shelves where I can get to it. The floor is semi-open. Step stool, I've got a vacuum I move around all over the place. So the vacuum will go all the way over the head machine. So I roll it around real nice. I got my big nail cutter down here for doing my head surfacing. It was in a big box up on the shelf, so sitting on top of my Sportster cylinder. XLR cylinder too. We use big dollar stuff for holding on shit. So that's all back there where it's kind of out of the way. And the, like I said, I put a lot of stuff that used to be down here is up here. So these are all the collets. This is another big nail cutter up here for cutting the fins out. It's really, really sharp, so if you put a rag around it, doesn't cut you. Give you some warning. Got my drill sharpener right here in the front, if I don't do it by hand. And this is my tool, has my parallels and stuff up in here. It's kind of awkward being up there, but it's sliding out pretty easy. And these are all miscellaneous taps and drills and other crap here. The boring bars are way down there. I left one of the little small vices out. Found my demagnetizer and hooked it up, so it works. So clear that area off. Box of drills right here on the top. Here's my honing stuff. Here's your hole center things right here. Hole punches. I put them on top of my boring bar tool, which is for your boring bar over here. Cylinder boring bar. So this is the tooling for that. I use it as basic as a shelf until I need it. So I put cardboard right here so it stacks nice and evenly all the way across. So you can use it as a nice shelf and it doesn't tear up the tooling off underneath it. So you take advantage of every space you got. You know, everything you look at, there's stuff stacked on top of it. Here's my box of files. These are all my kettle boards up in here also, buried up under there. Got decent access to it. These are a bunch of miscellaneous boxes of crap. I just threw them in the back. I found my missing caliper, one of them. Still missing two more. So takes two hands to get in one of these boxes. Boom, there it is. So this is my double carbide one. The one that's not broken. Double carbide means there's a carbide. Get rid of the light, make you see better. You can see the carbide insert inside of there. See that darkness right here, that line? That's carbide insert. And it's the same thing over here on the inside bore, has carbide on the tip also. My good one I broke, it dropped and one of the tips here broke off. So this is my replacement one. So this one here is that's your normal $500 or better caliper. But it doesn't move around much. This has a bore gauge for doing cylinders, and then we have the 8-inch one there underneath it. In case I need a bigger one, that was a 6-incher. So I got my boring heads right here, bunch of hold down bolts there. I found all the Allens, I stuck them right there. All the little kits are right up in here. This drawer used to be over here, I put it up under here. I still got access to get in here to get all the tabs, still got all the stuff up underneath. But all the drills were sitting down here are now sitting up here out of the way. And to keep the drills from falling through, I got a piece of wood I found. So I put that underneath that, so now it's not drilled all the way through, everything drops through. So I got good access to that. I can pull all these up right here. So I got made access to that. Still got access to my electric. I got a nice place to put my micrometers here. My parallels will stack up right here. That used to be in a drawer. The drawer is still way down there. That's the drawer unit for the mill. And this is the one that has junk in it from the house here. It's got old racing crap in here. And who knows what. Yeah, and some KR stuff. So I need to empty out these drawers and put all that crap over here where it's supposed to be, which I haven't done yet. So I got my drill sits here. The hammers are back in the back here, where he's out of the way, kind of. Not taking up space. I keep using this, so I leave it out. So this is my diamond drill, my diamond grinder. So if I need that, I can slide it out. I got my tap and die holders here. Right there's the other two. Excuse me. And then I got a box full of wrenches. So if I need a wrench, I just pull the whole box out like that. Go through what I need, and just shove it back in the hole when I'm done. Or I can reach in and grab what I see on top. So instead of having a big pile of crap there, you got a big pile of crap in a box. So it makes it a little easier. I still got a bunch of stuff stacked in my way under here, but every hole's got something jammed into it. Excuse me. Throat. I'm dying from something. Doctors won't tell me what. We'll figure it out before I die, maybe. Anyway, so I got all this kind of semi-organized. You can see some more boxes of stuff up there I never used, but I can see what they are now, so I can yank them out. The stuff you really don't need, you buried way in the back. So here's some more new Allen wrenches. This is the head up. This is the chuck back here for doing the cylinders and the lathe. Sitting up there. Or not the lathe, excuse me. That's for doing milling pistons. Different thing. But anyway. And I got the clamps are all over the wall and everything, so damn. I want to talk today. So I got that all laid up. And working out. Damn. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to die at some point. Alright, I still got to get my foot cushion thing down here, which I haven't done yet. I got to get to take these nails out and put screws in there. So this is the original pallet that this lathe came in the mid-70s. This is genuine hardwood from Indonesia, Taiwan, somewhere over there. Whatever it is, hard-ass wood. We kept it. So I've been clearing this up under here a little bit, not too much, but stack stuff in there. So I've been using my drill press over here. You've kind of seen this stuff before. But everything's got a little spot, and everything can slide around if you need to do it. I'm going to be grinding those panhead rock arms here shortly, so this grinder here will be coming out. This stuff will be going over here out of the way a little bit. So it's all about making room. I put the more popular files I use over here. It's easy to get to. Obviously I got all the tooling where I can reach it pretty quickly. I found a couple of big clamps up in the mountains and storage, so I brought them down in case I need them, in case those aren't big enough over there. See, I still got a little bit of hole left. And of course I still got a big hole over there to fill up yet. So anyway, it's all about making use of your available space. The head machine over here, I kind of cleared all this out, so I've got a little workbench here. Rag protects the surface already chewed up with the bandsaw. Here's all the little springs and stuff that I've been using. So I got a little area here where I can work. This here is my area up here. It used to be up here, but I put this in a lid here so you can put it down here. So I got better access to seeing what I'm doing now. I can look right through here and see real close what I'm doing. A lot better than when I was up here trying to look down. When you're trying to look down this way, it's not the same as looking straight down on top of your bit. What you're doing is you're setting the angle for your bit right here. And you can see right there through the magnifying glass. You can get in there pretty close, see. See, I don't have the advantage of a telephoto like this has. See, I can go like this on this one, but my eyeballs don't work that way. But this way here, I can figure out exactly where the point is to where that goes. And you can put it right where you want it to be. So it actually works a little bit better being in that spot. And all you gotta do is just open this up. I mean, lift it up. It's up out of the way. Top of the bench. Because it's a workbench now. Piece of wood on top. Makes it a nice workbench. This here is the tank for in here for the oil for cooling your cylinders. Whenever I get that working again. Right now I'm using that one, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but oh well. The press is over here. Like I said, the handle goes out of the way. Back in the corner, so it all functionally works good. Even though it's packed in here, everything's fully functional. The floor is kind of full of crap. And I even got the bathroom working, so I can go up there now and use the bathroom. Still got no cleaner yet. See, there's the hand container right there waiting to be put on the wall. That might be another year before that happens. So anyway, everything you do is about laying stuff out. I'm slowly clearing this area up off of here. This is supposed to be for work jobs. Haven't quite made it yet. I'm still thinking about putting my toolbox up under here so I can clear off the workbench for doing motors. But I'll have to move all this stuff now when I do that, so I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. But one thing I did do was I hanged up all of my levels, straight edges, and everything else right here. I put a nut up there on the stud so you can't just pull it off. That way it can't fall off. So you got straight edges, rulers, 3-foot rulers, see. And this is a cylinder head checking tool here for checking your blocks and bars and heads to straight edge, precision straight edge. So these won't fall off. These are pretty old. Motor Machine. Get the address. They've been out of business for a few years now. A few decades probably, but these are old wood ones. See, Dad didn't damage his stuff either like I don't damage my stuff, so it's still good. So now if I need a straight edge for working on the bike, over here, I just go over and grab a straight edge, boom, that's usable. It's nice lightweight wood, so not have to worry about it. And if it bounces on the floor, it doesn't really hurt anything. So over here, I cleared off a bunch of boxes, stuff that were buried up in there. I put them inside of big boxes here so I can go in here and find stuff. This is my little knick-knack shelf. Got work orders up here. Not that we look at those. The Loctites, all that stuff are right here. Tapes and stuff. So then here's your screwdrivers for your Torx head stuff. So you just put everything when you get to it real quick and easy. And we're not taking up a lot of space. I cleared up the aisle, all the stuff back in here by getting the level to straight edges off of that. Put them over there. The other thing I did, I took this legs right here that used to be like this where it's kind of empty. And I use them. See, like this one over here, we got air nozzles all over them. I put all my air nozzles over here so I can find them. And this one hooks up right here. It's one of these for blowing stuff off. Stays right there. You put a washer on it so it won't fall off. And it hooks around here so the door can open. See, if the hose isn't there, the door won't open and close. That's how tight it is around here. So this one here is another air nozzle here. And then I got my battery charger right here. So this is available to be used if I want to. The problem is if you put much from here down, when you got a motor up here, that's in the way. That's why I want to get the toolbox out of here. That gives me an area to work on a motor without hitting anything. Because I put this up high enough to clear a motor. These are in the way. So this one here, you can see I got a whole bunch of junk on this one. So if I need to work on my Evo, my FXR, here's my fancy Allen wrench, push rod clip tool. So those all go there. Battery bolt right there. Inner tube right there. That's 10 and 12 millimeter. Quick and easy. I want to turn off the crank on the motor. There's my crank tool. Sportster. Big 20 right on front. Push rod holders are right here for your covers. Got all 4 sitting right here out of the way. Got my torque wrench laying right over here. Stuck right there. That used to be up on the bench over there in the way. So I took a broken socket, put it in there to hold it. Oops, that just goes in there like that. So if you need it, you just pull it off. Boom, you're soft, you're back. It's back where it belongs. So for that I use the one of these. There's a broken quarter drive to 3/8 adapter. So I drilled and tapped a hole in that, quarter's 20. I ran a stud through it. So, and I put a big nut in here as a spacer, because that's radiused. See how that sits right in there, centers it up. I thread the stud in there you got about 3/16 of thread in there. And then the stud sticks out here. Put a nut in it right there to hold it. Now you got a little thing to hang your junk on both sides. And you got a nice 3/8 square to plug in. That way I didn't have to drill a hole in it. I also got my breaker bar right here if I need it, 1/2 inch. Boom, right where I can get to it. This one had a hole in it, so it's easy to hang. Boom. This one over here. Alright, it's not the right drawer. Well, it is one of them. So here's one right here. That doesn't have a hole in it. So I also straighten up my drawer down here. There's some more stuff here, the torque bar and stuff like that. Big ratchet. So all your stuff, you lay it out so you got good access to it. So anyway, so that's all good in there, so that's all hidden there. Then I got my scraper right here, which I don't use. This is the one I do use, but I don't want to damage this one. This is my carbide one. So I purposely put that in the back behind that one, so you'll hit this one, not that one first. I put my little torque offsets right up in here. These are very valuable tools for doing stuff. So everybody asks which ones I use for doing my heads. There you go. There's your numbers. Turn around that, we can see better. So there's your numbers. Weed them and weep. There, does that help on what they are? I don't know. So those are the torque adapters. So these go underneath the cylinder heads on the old bikes. We have a cylinder up under here, wrench, put a socket up under there, and they can torque it. So 3/8 is for racing big bore Sportster cylinders. 7/16 is for regular Sportsters, iron heads, and this is 9/16 for panhead, shovel heads, and knuckleheads, and flatheads, and whatever else you want to have the 9/16 on it. Those are all right where I can get to them nice and simple and easy. Got some more air nozzles tucked in, and of course you gotta have your pocket knife. You got quick access to it if you need to fend off a big rat or something. Scooby's not around, so I have to be able to handle it myself now. See, I gotta do it all by myself. There you go. And I got all my greases right up in here where I can get to them. Quick access to them. So just all what you got. And I did find my ohm meter too. Ohm meter. That was hidden up here on this shelf. Way in the back. Now I have access to it. So this is more of my balancing stuff, grinders and stuff like that. This stuff's gonna get cleaned up over time, but this is made to put lower ends up in here. This will clear a cylinder stud on the lower end. So if you have a lower end of your motor like that, but not an Evo because it has studs, but for older bikes, you can put lower ends up in here when you're done working on them. You can also stack cylinders and heads up in there too. Alright, well there's a quick once over how we got things laid out. Like I said, these boxes work real good for putting stuff like that. Just a bunch of garbage in one area. So I got these pull-out boxes I've been putting up there. They're full of tools. So there's tools right there. That's for doing your Sportster primary. Eventually I'll write something on them, but for now it's a secret which one you pull out. And of course I got my calipers right out here in front and my 6-inch scale right where I can get to them easily. Instead of walking way over there, I can just go right to the middle, because that I can reach from this side or this side. Yeah, it's better. So more user friendly. Alright, well there you go. That's how you get the shop set up. You can put a lot of crap in a small area. Works pretty good. So then over here I'm doing the same thing. More drawer units of crap. My welders. Got to fix that one. Got to fix that one. Got that cleared out. Done pretty good. So same deal. Get all the stuff laid out. We can use it. And those I could get recharged, or not charged, but updated labels. Make the fire department happy. Alright, there you go. That's how we make a shop usable. Look how much more floor space I got.